How does that look on that camera? Do I look like I'm too comfortable?
Yeah, you look stupid.
I do?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Like I would.
The toughest guys ever.
I'm the coolest person ever.
On and off camera.
She definitely is. Definitely is one of the more pivotal personas that I've been blessed to meet on this journey. I'm so lucky to call her a friend. She is probably the reason for the series to begin with. And I hope you guys enjoy her as much as I enjoy having her as a friend. And she shares some of like the dopest points I've heard in a long time. All right, to start off, I have told you this before.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if anybody in the room will debate, but I think the color of your aura gives me gold.
You have said this.
And
That's
I,
really
you know,
thanks. If you're gonna compliment me the whole time, I'll kill myself.
No.
But
This
keep
is
going.
all right. This is the last compliment, and then we're gonna roll into real combo.
Okay.
But it's the combination of how you put yourself together, and just your bubbly, vibrant personality. Like I think you got the swag. Like you have a mixture and a clash of different aspects that together. I was reading this book where they were saying like to make a good movie, you need irony. So I'm not saying there's anything ironic about you, but I just think like you put so many different pieces together from different cultures and different elements that we see every day, and it just comes together as gold.
Thank you.
Yeah. When we first met, like I knew I was like, yo, I gotta fuck with her. Like, I don't know if you felt like me and Bravo like overly like, yo, like that.
I did, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just was like, hopefully these people are not trying to have sex with me.
Right.
But they're nice. But I did feel like
It was a
you
little-
and Fred were on it. But not like, I wasn't uncomfortable. I just was like, okay, like I'm going to see them again.
Right.
Like I knew I was going to see you guys again. I knew that we would be in contact.
Right.
Which clearly.
Where do you think you get your confidence from?
My confidence. So I feel like I'm in the middle of sort of everything. Because I do see myself as a confident woman. But I often have like imposter syndrome, and I often feel like I'm not good enough for certain things, and I like am not confident in every aspect of my life. And as far as expectations, like everyone in my life, I'm always like, don't have any from me, and maybe that's not the healthiest thing in the world, and I'm definitely working on it. I'm 25 now. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Like
You're a polyamory maestro at this point, or is there a feminine version to maestro? Is it maestra?
I don't fucking know.
Elaborate on the world that people are just becoming familiar with.
I think I'm polyamorous. Like, I think I always have been. I think it's more like, it's not like a lifestyle choice for me. It's just like by orientation, I am polyamorous because I've been in a monogamous relationship. Like my first relationship ever was just one-on-one. And then I was like, oh, I wanted to be open. So then it was an open relationship. And then I was
what
like...
What made you switch? Why?
Because I was dating a man, but then I was like, oh, I think I like girls.
Why couldn't you wait until your...
Wait for what?
With the man was over. Why didn't you just end? Like, why did it have to be...
Because I loved him. Because I loved him and he loved me. Yeah. And I told him that I was like, I want to explore women. I don't know, like, what do you... Like, I don't know what to do. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, how do you feel about it? And he was like, I love you, and, like, you should do this now, because, like, you'll regret it if you don't. But, like, I'll still, you know, be with you. So we were together still. So in totality, we were together for 3 years, but we were open for, like, a year and a half.
How many people can you max out at in a polyamorous...
Like, how many people can you love at once?
Yes. You.
There's obviously not a... Okay, I don't know. I'm only 25.
That's a minute.
I've loved in the past, I've loved 3 people at one time.
Rekindling old flames. Is that a thing to you?
I don't know. I think it's hard. If we grow in the same way, cool. If we come back to each other, cool. Like, if we don't, we'll be friends. Like, that's how I feel about everyone that I've ever had a romantic encounter with.
Do you plan on having kids one day?
I don't know. So I used to always say no because one, I mean, it's very scary world that we live in, and climate change is terrifying, and just the society we live in is something that I don't know if I want to bring life into. But also, I feel like the things that matter to me most in life are my autonomy and my identity. I don't think a man loses his identity in the same way that a woman does when she has a child. Like, I think we do give up more. Just even if we think about how society looks at men and women, like if you have a kid, like you're not Fitz the dad. You're just Fitz. And like, yeah, you have a 2-year-old. Cool, whatever. Nobody gives a shit. But if I have a kid in any way, if I'm at the grocery store or on the internet, I am a mom. And I'm just a mom.
Right.
And then I'm everything else. And then I'm a nurse, and then I'm a DJ, and then I'm, So I just really struggle with that. Like, I don't know how selfless I can be, because I'm pretty selfish, and I don't say that in like with a negative connotation. Like, but I do always put myself first.
People either fear losing somebody in a bond or lose themselves. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you lean on the lose yourself side.
I'm on the lose myself side. I cannot. Codependency to me is maybe like the grossest thing ever. And I know that that's unhealthy. But I know that that's unhealthy because I am codependent on my friends and my family and my lovers. Like, right? Like, I do rely on them to some extent, but I'm trying to work past this thing where it's like I know that you can be well, I actually don't know this. They say you can be codependent and still preserve yourself. But I have yet to see it. I feel like when you're in a committed relationship, you give up a lot of yourself, and it's easy to like fall into your identities fusing, and that's not something that I ever want to do. Like, the people that I fuck with, they need to do their own thing all the time, and they do. Like, anyone that I've fallen in love with is their own person. Right. Because that's what I value. Right. And I think that's what they value in me too.
Why do you feel like there's a concern of losing yourself? Like, where does this stem from?
Okay, yes. Yes, I do know. My mom, I think, my mom gave up basically her entire identity and everything that she is to be in a marriage, to provide for her 2 children, to, build a life from scratch in this new country. And I saw a woman who I used to look up to. Like, when I grew older, I realized, like, I wish that I still looked up to her, but I think now she looks up to me. Like, now she has verbalized, like, I like how independent you are. I like how you put yourself first. Like, I could never do that. It's, it's too much. Like, she's like, I'm tired. Like, life has worn her down. She gave up everything. Like, she doesn't have, like, anything. She doesn't have hobbies. She doesn't have her own friends. She doesn't have her own, like, life. And I always found that to be really sad. And I don't want to be that ever.
How do you deal with loss, whether it's intimate, platonic, family, whatever?
There's so many people that I love, that I have in my life, that have been in my life for years, but I also know that not everyone in my life is going to be there forever, right? Mm-hmm. Like, even my best friend in the whole world, and I say this to her all the time and she gets pissed, but like, 10 years from now, like, maybe we won't be friends. I hope that that's not the case, obviously, but I just know that, like, nothing is forever. So dealing with the loss of a friendship it's always tough, but like, sometimes I think it's like the best thing for me or for that person. Loss, like death loss, obviously is hard. Like, and I know that you know that, but like, that shit just comes in fucking waves. Like,
you find yourself crying a lot, or is it more?
Cried OD. So I've never dealt with death. Well, I've never lost anyone that I loved, right? And so me and my best friend that passed, like, who also we were in love last year.
I did see it.
He was like a partner of mine, but he like lived not in the States, so like I hadn't seen him since he left in 2020. So that's
what you were always speaking about when it was like overseas. Wow.
Yeah. So he yeah, and we would talk all the time, and like, he was one of my best friends, and we loved each other. So like losing him has been like the weirdest thing ever. Like, yeah, I cried OD. Sometimes I still randomly will cry. Since then, it's just been like random days. It hits really hard and I get really sad. Sometimes I try not to think about it as like self-preservation or just, I don't know, avoidance, whatever. Sometimes I'm like really mad at him for dying. Like,
Damn, no, that's part
like
of it.
fuck
That's part of
you.
it.
Yeah, like just like pissed. Like I'm mad that like his story ended and like mine has to continue and like this is now part of my story. And a part of everybody else's story, like his parents and his brother and like everyone else that lost him. It is a lot.
I just think
I
life's a
mean-
movie. I just think everything is part of this big novelty, like this book. It's like
Death is just something though that is a part of life. Like that's the only thing that we know for sure is that everyone at some point is going to die. How we deal with it, how we react to it, how we process it, how we speak about it, that's up to us, right? Like I don't think that we talk about death enough. And I think even you having such a reaction to me being like, well, I want to die a little bit early.
no,
like,
I would take. It's just because it's you.
but
There's a lot of other people if they die.
bro, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
me. So we're friends. Like, okay, yeah, people that you're not friends with, maybe you won't give a fuck. But like, I don't want to be old, and I want to have my autonomy forever, and I want to be able to do what I want to do. And if I'm 75 and am not mobile and I can't live my life, then I'm not Gopi anymore.
How would you want to be remembered?
Just I don't know. I don't have this legacy thing. I think a lot of men have this legacy thing. I like don't have that shit. Like I just kind of want to live.
Yeah.
You have a big legacy thing. Like
Definitely a legacy thing, right?
I don't really give a fuck about that shit. Like everyone that I ever meet, I want that interaction to be a positive for them. But like beyond that, I'm not like, oh, I need to like, you know, when I die, leave this thing for my future, whoever.
Right.
I think my phone's ringing.
It's mine. I'm sorry.
No, it's mine. It's Nia.
Well, I got 6 seconds, so it's
Okay, I'm shooting something with Fitz. Can I call you back? Okay, bye. Damn, she looks good. That's really fucked up. Edit that out. 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 Don't put that in there!
That's the close. That's the close. That's the close.
Fuck, bro, she looks good. Ah!
You can stop it.
She's doing this new thing with her hair.
How do you like Future's new album?
From what I've heard,
Yeah.
Love, obviously, that's my guy. What did I say was my favorite? Love You Better.
Now you're a huge Future advocate. What about him does it for you as a persona?
He's
I'm so serious and I asked it.